here, but I'm going to turn the volume up, I guess. Hello? Hi, hello. Hey, I see that there's someone in Norway and BX56. I know you from Twitter. Can everyone hear me? I have never done this before, so I am brand new and just trying this out. Let's see here. I'm going to click learn more. All right. So I'm here in California, and I thought it would be kind of fun to try out red vines. These are an LA candy. It's sort of like Twizzlers, which is what we have on the East Coast, but instead it's like a California version. So I thought it might be kind of fun to try it because I love red licorice. I guess if you're in Norway, you probably also love licorice. But maybe that's like a stereotype. I don't know. Let me know. But right? Oh, and Dan is here to help me out and be my tech buddy and also my
questions moderator.
My questions moderator. He's here to stand between me and getting cyberbullied. All right, so let's try this thing out. I love like Twizzlers. I actually love cherry nibs. Cherry nibs are my favorite. So I'm cautiously optimistic this will be something like that. This is it's a red licorice. I actually don't know what flavor it's supposed to be. Do you know?
Nope.
All right, here, you want one?
Sure.
I'm gonna try.
It's definitely different color.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like it's less tangy.
More licoricey.
More licoricey. Hey, thanks. It is all going well in LA. I'm just here. Hi. Oh, hey, Lorenzo. I know that's probably you because Mojo Low is usually Lorenzo, but I don't know if it is or not. I assume so. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Hi. And hey, Tom. Thanks so much for Tom and BX56. You guys are like around on my internet world, and like it's nice to like. I mean, I guess I'm face to your face, but it's nice to. Thanks for hanging out. These are really interesting. They're kind of like vanilla-y. It's not at all what I expected. It's very sweet. Red licorice dispensers were a big thing in Wayne's World. That's true, Oceanify. Hey, Rose. Hey, Oceanify. Did you ever use licorice as a straw? Yes, definitely. All the time. Yeah, also a big favorite growing up. The only thing with it is like sometimes it kind of disintegrates in the middle, right? Which is like, I mean, you get a little bit of the licorice flavor, which is nice, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't always do it because of that. It's like I always feel like my licorice is losing, like it doesn't work as a straw very long because it kind of starts to lose integrity. That's the word.
Do you feel that eating the red vines makes you a foxy lady?
No, foxy lady. Oh yeah, that is the Wayne's World thing, right? Foxy. I love that movie. Big fan of Wayne's World. Big fan of Wayne's World 2 as well. Hello, welcome to this live stream. I'm basically just, I've never gone live on anything before, so I thought that this would be a fun thing to like try. I am trying to release YouTube videos every Thursday right now, and I've been doing like a very medium job in that I released on Friday the last 2 days, or last 2 weeks. That's the word we're looking for. But I thought this would be a fun thing to do. I'm on vacation. I'm in California. I'm actually visiting family. Someone asked if I was here to shoot Epicurious. We're not worthy. So I'm not actually. Epicurious shoots in New York, where I live. And so most of us that are on Epicurious are like from New York or the general like drivable New York area. So like Pennsylvania or New Jersey or Connecticut. But so I'm here just visiting family, and I actually work for a company that's out here called Bacon and Eggs Media, and I got to go be on set for one of their ads on Tuesday, which was very cool. Welcome, Zeke. Yeah, say hi in the comments. It's happy hour in New York. It's afternoon in LA, but I'm on vacation, so I thought I'd crack open a beer. So I've got my California Red Vines candy, and I've got this beer. I literally just chose one that had LA in the name, assuming that would work. It's called Fresh Pills of LA.
It's good.
I haven't tried it yet. You say it's good?
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's a German style Pilsner from a brewery called Common Space.
In Hawthorne.
In Hawthorne, which is like, you said just outside the city, or it's like a suburb? It's the south part of LA. Hey, Farron. Your mom's here, Dan.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Welcome. So yeah, I'm gonna try this beer. I'm excited to try it. I thought it would be a nice, like, fun, happy hour-y, afternoon snacky kind of thing. If you're also, Oceanify, I'll answer that in a second. If you're also having a drink, let me know in the comments what you're drinking or what you're snacking on. I want to know. So, okay, California and LA are not close to where in Canada I'm from, and they're not really close to Canada either. So, okay, all right. Imagine this is North America, right? I'm trying to do. I assume that for where you guys are facing, this is the East Coast. This is the West Coast. I'm just going to do it the way that I'm looking. Okay, we'll say that this is the East Coast. This is the West Coast. Nova Scotia's like up here, and LA's like down there. Oh, Dan's got a map. That's actually way simpler. So wait, can I make you hold this? I still haven't even tasted that. But I'm excited to. All right. Oh no, you're never gonna see that. Okay, so Nova Scotia is like the furthest north and east you can pretty much get
in the continent of North America.
I mean, that's I guess there's Newfoundland. There's more, but like in the continent of North America, Nova Scotia's north and east, and in the continent of North America, I don't know what I'm talking about. California's pretty far south and west. Where are you from? If you don't know that, I'm interested. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out. Let me try this out.
Pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah.
It's very fresh. Although I guess I also have candy in my mouth. So I'm like, I thought it would be sweeter, but I'm literally eating sugar.
Straw thing?
Oh, maybe I will. I feel like that would be a really interesting combination. So yeah, I figured I'd hang out here for like 15 minutes. Come out, hang out. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. I'd be glad to answer. I guess,
also have a handful of pre-submitted questions.
Yeah, we have a handful of frequently asked questions that we culled from my YouTube. I'm a Brit, well-traveled, but never the States. Very cool. Well, come stateside sometime. It's great in, depending on where you are, very many different things. Deserts, oceans, mountains. Canada's got a lot of forests. We've got pretty much a lot of different stuff here. So, swing on by. Do you want to do the frequently asked questions?
Sure.
I also feel like I should stop eating the red vines and actually taste this beer at some point, but I can't. I was holding this one and I've just been eating it tiny bite
I'll take
at a time. You want it?
Yeah. All right. Here's the first of the pre-submitted questions. How did you find your way into making YouTube videos?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so everybody here probably knows about Epicurious, but if you don't, you should go check out the Epicurious YouTube channel because that's what I really mostly do in terms of YouTube videos. And we just had a new one come out that I was in with Chef King, who is like the best person. And we each made a banh mi. We like swapped ingredients and made banh mi, and it was delicious and very fun. But so check out Epicurious if you haven't yet. So I got started on there. They found me on the internet, I think, because I had like stand up, and then I had on my resume that I was that I baked sort of or something like that, which I think must have stood out. Like it was just they were like trawling the internet for humans, I guess, and found me. Because because I had pointed out that I was like, I'm a performer and like I can bake okay. And then, but it was like several interviews and I didn't hear from them for like 6 months. And then ultimately I ended up being on that hamburger video was my first one that I shot. And then that did really well and people seemed to like it. And now here I am still there. And then I'm doing this YouTube channel because I thought it'd be fun to like do more stuff. And because I'm a writer, I do like stand up, I write as my job. And so I thought it would be fun to like bring some of my sketch stand up readiness to the internet.
Awesome.
Yeah. Woot woot. Man, I feel like Woot had like it was like super popular and then you didn't hear it for a while and now I'm hearing it again. Woot is coming back. I'm calling it right now.
I don't think so.
Woot's coming back, baby.
We're going to come down different sides of that.
Oh yeah, and the French toast incident. Okay, wait, this is perfect. This is a great time for me to talk about the French toast situation. So it's a savory toast, right? Like it's an eggy toast. There's no cinnamon in there. There's no vanilla. There's no sugar in my version that I make for me in the darkness, not for other humans. If you're coming over, for brunch, I'm not gonna make you like a sweet, or I'm not gonna make you like this French toast, but it is what I ate growing up as like, this is what French toast was. It was a piece of bread dipped in like milk and egg and then like fried in butter with maybe a little salt and pepper. And then, so of course you can put ketchup on that, right? I mean, I think we can all agree that that would be fine with ketchup. And I'm just going to assume, without hearing from you, no need to put your answer in the comment, I'm just going to assume that we all agree that that is perfectly fine.
Do you want to, as another pre-selected question related to this, as a follow-up, how many bottles of ketchup do we currently have in our fridge at home?
Well, okay, so we did that ketchup taste test. I don't know if you guys have watched it yet. If you haven't, fun video, check it out on my YouTube. We tried out 10 different ketchups, and they're all still in our fridge. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to become like a ketchup fairy where just everywhere I go, I leave a bottle of ketchup. As a bartender, thank you, Viridiana. Did I get that right? Viridiana? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Great. Thank you for agreeing with me. As a bartender, I'm curious, if this were an East Coast happy hour, what would your cocktail be? Well, right now I have my beautiful, fresh Pills of LA. So I guess I went with a beer for today, but I'm a big gin and tonic person. I love a good gin and tonic. I mean, depending on my mood, I like a Jack and Coke, you know, like if I'm looking to stir up some shit, if I'm going to start trouble, excuse my language. This live stream marked not for children. But yeah, I like a whiskey Coke too. Ketchup the world. Yes, indeed. My dad used to make French toast like that as well. Yeah. I think his mindset was eggs equals filler to my. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's protein. It's better than having just a piece of toast because it's like it fuels you for your day a little bit more. And like, I mean, I don't know. I think I have a plan where I'm going to type up my like French toast, eggy toast recipe that's a savory French toast. And then everybody can try it because I think it is delicious. It's just a different thing than we usually think about when they're thinking of like a sweet French toast. Hi. Yes. I love this live stream thing. I've never, for those of you who came a little bit later, I've not done a live stream before. So I am very much learning as I go. And thank you for your patience and thanks for hanging out. What was I just saying? Oh, I'm going to write the recipe. Would you guys read that? Would you try it? Would you use it? What do you think? If I just put it like on a blog or something, would you be willing to try the French toast recipe? Huh? I think it's a pretty tasty meal. But yeah, it definitely like ups the breakfast quotient from like just a piece of toast. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. People are saying yes.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you like most about cooking, even as a non-expert?
Okay, I feel like that question could be interpreted in a lot of different ways, but the way that I'm going to choose to interpret it is the thing that gives me the most joy, which is I feel like before I started doing most live stream. Oh, your live streams involve screaming 15-year-old playing random game on PS4. Should I start screaming and playing PS4 as like my live stream thing? Maybe I'll get into video game live streaming. It's not like I know what I'm doing there either, but like, what's the difference? You made the Nanaimo bars last time and they came out okay. Interesting. Do you like Nanaimo bars anyway? Like, have you had them before? Because I think that's a pretty solid. I mean, it's just the Nanaimo bar recipe of like the classic magazine. Really, I don't think I did much to that recipe. Did I? I don't really remember. Maybe I did make some tiny. I don't know. Yeah, I should get into gaming. I think that would be fun. What else was I saying?
What brings you joy about the
brings
cooking?
me? Oh yeah, that's sorry. I gotta finish the answer and then read the questions. So I really like when I put something in a pan and then like wait long enough that when you flip it, it's like truly browned, like restaurant browned, like that gets like either like the Maillard browning, like meat browning, or like even just with a vegetable or something. I think it's really like pleasurable to see it like really get like that deep, dark, beautiful, like caramelization kind of color. Because I think that I was never gutsy enough before I started doing the Epicurious stuff to leave things long enough. I would like futz with it too much, so it would never really get browned. And I think that the thing that I've learned having to cook more has been to just not touch it. And that's been like awesome. It's actually like I feel like I've become a better cook, and it's so satisfying when you flip it and it's the right color and you're like, yeah, that looks like TV. That's really nice. Never had them before. The chocolate topping mix. Oh, you have to let the custard bit cool. You really need to give it like an hour before you put the chocolate on top, because otherwise it needs to like harden, or else it'll just get all mixed. When you make the super expensive chef versions of dishes for Epicurious, how much help do you get from Rose that we don't see, or help from the producers? I mean, it's sort of like, I guess we definitely, like, I get to talk through everything with Rose. And
Rose.
Yeah, and Rose is the best that there is. I feel like the producers can be a little helpful, but it's not like, there's definitely like an element of like, fly little bird, let's see. You know, they don't like, it's not super controlled. It's like, I do actually like they handed me the cavatelli thing and we're like, go make cavatelli. Like, here's eggs, and they'll like, you know, they'll kind of like cheer me on. I'll be like, is this right? And they'll be like, or like,
Rhoda helped too, right?
Rhoda has helped on some. She's like around for 4 levels sometimes, but I haven't actually seen Rhoda in like a while.
All as well.
But I think she's just been on other shoots. Favorite Epicurious episode you were in? I don't know. This Banh Mi one was really fun because I got to actually meet Chef King in person. Because of the pandemic, we really haven't like seen each other very much in like a year and a half, any of us, like, which is most of the time that Epicurious has been doing these videos. It was like, I feel like we had only been doing them like 7 or 8 months, and like very sporadically before the pandemic hit. So, I mean, listen, they're all great. Yeah, they're all fun. But I really enjoyed getting to actually hang out with Chef King for a little bit and like talk to him and like show him, even though, because it's still the pandemic, we didn't taste each other's food, but like at least I could be like, look what they made, it was so good, yes, you did your recipe, you know, because that's how I talk really most of the time. It's incredible that they make me sound coherent. Let's see, what else? From the 4 levels of kebab video, I would love to eat yours, but not the level 2 or 3. I would honestly love to try all of them. I feel like
we're big kebab fans.
Yeah, I love a kebab. I feel like I've never met a kebab I didn't like. I feel like the fish kebab I think would be really cool. But thank you. My kebabs are flippin' fantastic, and you are absolutely correct to want to try them because they're like easy and delicious. They're just like, I call them like classic like 80s dad barbecue kebabs, you know? Because it's really like, that recipe was inspired by a friend of mine from Florida who's just like a dude from Florida and a stand-up, like not a chef, but he makes a really good kebab. And I was like, how do you do it? And so we talked through it, and then I made some adjustments, but ultimately that was basically the recipe. Shout out to Calvin, wherever he is. That sounds cool, nerve-wracking, but fun. Yeah, that it is. Yeah, it's like, it's definitely, I feel like, I think that when I shelled the lobster on the lobster mac and cheese, or the mac and cheese swap, I think everybody applauded when I finally got it. They were like, you did it! Saving your banh mi episode for the weekend. Yeah, smart. That's a really fun episode. So like, you know, savor it.
I got to have some of the leftovers and it was delicious.
Yeah, Dan gets the leftovers of pretty much everything I make at Epicurious, and he can vouch for the fact that it's pretty good. Ever think about doing Witchcast or some of your comedy bits on YouTube? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like build in more stuff into my YouTube that's not just cooking. Just sort of like slowly trying stuff out and seeing if people will watch it. I mean, I did that makeup tutorial that was sort of a joke, or a jokey makeup tutorial, but also usable if you really want it. I don't know that people seem to watch them as much right now, but I'm going to just keep trying to cultivate that. Speaking of which, actually, one of the things, I will get to these other questions in a second, but I do want to say that one of the reasons I wanted to do this was to talk about what's coming next for this YouTube channel, which is that I'm heading back to New York this weekend, and then I'm going to have a whole bunch of guests on over the summer. And I'm really excited to like take this YouTube channel to the streets, you know, because I feel like when I started it, it was we shot the first video before the pandemic hit, and the idea was really that I would have my friends on that cook and like have other people, and like I'm really excited to get to bring on more people that I love and that like cook interesting things and also like do other stuff. So I think that'll be really fun. And also some of the Epicurious gang is going to come by. So please do hang tight for that. Okay, let me see those other questions. Do you feel bad killing that lobster from Nova Scotia in the mac and cheese? Yeah, I did a little bit. It is funny to be like, oh, we're both from Nova Scotia. I'm going to murder you and eat you. Which is, by the way, why I no longer live in Nova Scotia. No, no, I'm just kidding. I have never murdered and eaten anyone else. No, I did. I mean, like, I've eaten several Nova Scotian lobsters over the years, so it was not an unprecedented activity for me. Although I don't usually fly solo on cooking a lobster, but I did, and it was fun and delicious.
Thanks, lobster.
Yeah, and lobster, wherever you are, thank you for your sacrifice. You get to rub shoulders with some cool chefs and cooks, but is there anyone in the cooking industry you really want to meet or really admire? Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I watch so much Top Chef. It's really quite sick. And so like I love so many of the people on there. Like Tom Colicchio obviously is very cool, but
I feel like you'd melt into a puddle.
And then also like we loved Anthony Bourdain, like loved him, and I obviously can't meet him now, but in terms of really admire, like the way that he did food journalism and was just like a cool human being. I really admire that too.
And Padma's picked up that torch a little bit.
Yeah, and Padma's doing. Oh yeah, that Taste the Nation was really cool. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I don't know. I mean, there's so many. Honestly, like I used to be a big MasterChef fan. I'm not that I'm not now, but like, oh wait, okay, David Chang also like from Momofuku. I would love to like. I really admire like just the food of that, and also like he seems really chill, and his show is really cool. Hi Vero. But honestly, like there's so many people in the food world I admire. I'd honestly like to meet some of the other Epicurious chefs I haven't met yet, as well as everybody else. What recipe are you most proud of? That's a great question. I haven't made a video of it yet, but I make a baller jambalaya, and I do a 1-pot jambalaya on the stovetop that is like delicious. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think you have a lot of really good dishes. There's you have the like Moroccan.
Oh yeah, I do a really good like it's sort of like a Moroccan lamb tagine that I turned into like a chickpea stew thing. That's also very good. And those recipes are coming soon to a YouTube near you, probably, maybe. We'll see. But those are probably the recipes I'm most proud of. And those are not ones that have been on Epicurious because they're not really like obviously I am a level 1 chef, but I can follow a recipe and I can like, you know. And I've just learned so much in the last like 2 years. Like I feel like I'm a much better cook than I was when I burned that hamburger. When that video came out and got like 20 million views, I was like, I'm going to be known as the person who burned a hamburger for the rest of my life. Little did I know it was going to be for the French toast ketchup instead. Everyone says that that's what a cannibal would say. LMAO. Yeah. No cannibalism here. Is Pluto ever coming back? Asking for Annabelle. I think Pluto is officially demoted in terms of okay. Let me actually explain what's going on here. If you are not a person that I know personally, I co-wrote a kids musical called Pluto is Missing that ran for a couple of years, right up until like around when I started doing the Epicurious stuff, or maybe even right before the pandemic. When did that end? It was January of 20.
I don't remember. At the Pit, New York City Comedy Theater.
It was, so we did this show most weeks at a place called the People's Improv Theater, the Pit in New York, and it was really fun. And Vero is a friend of ours, and she has a daughter. It was like a kids show. And
hi Vero, we miss you.
Hi Annabelle. And that show was super fun. And I did that with my friend Mr. Chris Mann, who hosts a virtual trivia night on Wednesday nights called the Trivia List, I think.
Yeah. The
movie quiz. So check him out sometime if you want. His quizzes are very fun if you like bar trivia kind of stuff.
He's very talented.
Yeah. Okay. And what is a fictional restaurant or dish you want to try? I think about Los Pollos Hermanos way too much. That's a good one. What is a fictional restaurant? Or dish I would want to try. What do I like? I like everything. I love food. Oh, you know what I would love to try? I would love to try the rat's ratatouille. Ratatouille's ratatouille from Ratatouille. Because here's the thing. I've made ratatouille before and it's pretty good, but he does something to that makes that food critic like, and also because that scene lives rent-free in my head. The symphony of flavors. Every time the rat does that, I'm like, this is me. This is who I am. Hi. I see someone says, hi, Emily, and I'll say hi back. You don't consider yourself level 2 after crushing garlic with the knife? I remember the first time. I feel like level 1 and level 2 are more of like a state of mind in some ways. And in that way, I may never grow up. Smashing that garlic was really scary. And Babish does a great Los Pollos chicken on his channel. That's really interesting. I'd actually love to try more of his recipes too. Oh, the rat was named Remy. You're right, BeetleCon. Thank you. My bad for forgetting that. Thank you. Yes. Never forget. Okay, simple ratatouille answer MSG. Interesting. Actually, I would love to try ratatouille with MSG and just see if that like kicks it up a notch. You never know. I am not one of those people that's anti-MSG. I am pro MSG. I'll take whatever you got. If you say it's delicious, I'll probably eat it. I mean, that's probably an overstatement. But for the most part, I'm open to anything. Well, guys, it's been 26 minutes. Are we having a happy hour or is it just me? Am I drinking alone? Well, Dan's having a beer, so I'm good.
You mentioned meeting Chef King, but what are some other Epicurious people that you've met in person?
Oh, yeah. So I got to talk to Lorenzo. I mean, we Zoomed, but it was like I got to really chat with Lorenzo when we shot that video for my channel, the Arroz Caldo video. If you guys haven't watched it yet, you can see Lorenzo and I chatted up and me make one of his recipes from his awesome cookbook, which you should absolutely grab a copy of if you are so inclined, because it was it's a lovely cookbook, and I had a great time getting to chat with him. I've also briefly met or chatted with Chef Frank and Steven. But I really haven't gotten to meet too many people in person. Obviously, I've talked to Rose a lot on phone and Zoom, but and then like a lot of us like have touched base by Instagram. But again, so much of this happened like during the pandemic that we kind of never really got to hang out. So that's like a dream for me, would be just to like get to have like brunch with everyone or like have a little cocktail party. Yeah, Cheesecake Steven. He's very funny. I really like Cheesecake Steven. Best Spanish video, 30 sliders. I actually don't know. Oh, Babish, I bet, is what that means. I was like, Banish videos? They're making Banish videos? Am I in them? Have I been banished? That would make sense if it's about food. Yeah. Do we have any other questions? Cheesecake Steven. Yeah.
I think the last question, this is another, like the last one in those, that's sort of a pre-submit. What's one skill that you don't have yet that you'd really like to learn?
Okay. All right. Actually, I do have. So people rag on me a lot in the comments and sometimes like directly via like direct message and email about my knife skills. And I know I look scary, but I've never hurt myself. I think, you know, it looks worse than it is. I'm fine, but I would like to just bite the bullet and like officially learn some knife skills in order to make people shut up.
Less worried about you.
Yeah, in order to like give people what they want and just like learn some knife skills. It probably would like make it. I feel like if I actually did it, it would probably make a positive difference in my life. So that is probably my number one. Because now I've flambéed something. Spoiler alert: I flambéed in the banh mi video, which I'd never done before. Frank's still nurturing his baby cow for milk to make his cheese for pizza. Yeah. Frank is the creator of everything. That's actually a little fun fact you might not know about Frank. He did, in fact, create everything. He sneezed to the world alive, etc., etc. Your knife skills scare me a little. Okay, well, thanks. Obviously, I've heard it before, Wonko42. And Rose, thanks. You're the nice one. I like you. And then, okay, so let me talk about this beer a little bit before we sign off, just because, I don't know, I grabbed it as like an LA thing, and I feel like I should at least say something nice about it, because it is good. It's like it's a little hoppy for a Pilsner, but you know what? It's hot. It's like sunny. It's always hot and sunny because it's California, I guess. And so I think it's working for me. I love a Pilsner. I love like a nice light Pilsner. That sounds good. So I recommend it. Fresh Pills of LA. If you're in LA and looking for a German style Pilsner with just a little hopsiness. Oh, I'm just seeing. Yeah, we have fun with the meme stuff. It's good. BX56 says, I legit love how you guys lean into the memes like this. And, you know, like, we're having fun. Why not? I'm having a good time.
Those ketchups are really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the ketchups. It was really cool to, like, I'm glad we have currywurst now in our, or like currywurst ketchup, whatever that's called. Curry ketchup.
And the Otogi is going to be our new, like, favorite.
Yeah. And the Atogi. The Atogi Korean ketchup is like now all my in-laws have bought the Korean ketchup and they all are for it. We all are like big Korean ketchup fans now. Frank pricked his finger and ketchup was born. Ew, what if it would? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm glad it's made out of tomatoes and not Frank's blood, but like, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, as long as you can still count to 10. That's, yeah. I got all my fingers. I could show you all both hands at once. It wasn't a trick. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Like, this was fun. I don't know. This was great. I like going live. Yay. Today is my last day of the school term before the holidays. Well, congratulations.
Schools out
for summer. Okay, we can't sing any more of that or else I'll get like, I'll have to pay like $10,000. But, you know, sing the rest in your heads. I don't know if Heinz still has other colored ketchups. I was thinking about, I feel like there's like mayo chup and stuff that people have been like tweeting about as being like, when will the horrors end? And I do kind of want to try all of the interesting like condiment combinations that are out there now. So maybe that's a future video. Oh yeah. So Dan has up here, I don't know, you guys probably can't see this because it's so bright, but the list. Yeah. So that'll be maybe something for the future. Thank you so much for being here, Randall Anderson. And oh, where you are, it's winter. Well, school's out for winter. It works. It works. You don't worry about it. Just yell over the bits that don't apply. Yeah, ketchup chips do exist in Canada. That's true. And they're really delicious. That's actually something I was thinking about trying to make too, is trying to figure out how to make my own ketchup chips because you can't get them in the States. And I love them. Pickle chips, ketchup chips, all dressed chips especially. Those are actually my favorite of the non-American existing ones. All right, friends. I'm going to head out and go back to like being in California. Thank you so much for being here. Maybe we'll do this again sometime. And like I said, stay tuned to this YouTube channel. I'm going to like just another little one of me doing whatever. But I think we're going to have some like more big fun guest ones over the summer. So hang tight. Thanks for being around. I love and appreciate you. And have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Yay. Thank you. Bye.